All right, let's dive into something that, well, it pretty much flips everything we've been told about being tidy and successful on its head. We're talking about the productive paradox of creative chaos.
You know the saying, right? Maybe you've even looked at your own desk and kind of hoped it was true. Is a chaotic desk really the sign of a brilliant mind? Or is that just a convenient excuse we make up? Is a mess, just a mess? Well, the answer? It's not nearly as simple as you'd think.
Okay, so first things first, we have to tackle what I'm calling the messy desk myth. We're going to challenge that old idea that a super tidy desk automatically means a productive person. I guarantee you've heard this one before. A cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind. The whole idea is that your desk is a perfect reflection of what's going on in your head. But what if that's just not the full picture? And that leads us right into the productive paradox. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. We're about to see why some of the most effective people out there don't just put up with chaos, they actually seem to thrive in it.
I mean, think about it. Whenever you see those old photos of people like Einstein or Mark Twain, what does their workspace look like? It's almost never this sterile, perfectly organized office, right? Nope. It's usually, well, a glorious creative mess.
So what's going on here? How does this paradox work? Well, for one, the amazing stuff they produce seems to totally fly in the face of their messy environment. You're not going to find neat little folders or clean surfaces, and all of that suggests that there has to be some other kind of system at work, something we're not seeing. And that hidden system, it actually has a name. So let's dive in and unlock what's called selective organization. This is the real key to understanding the method behind the madness. So what in the world is selective organization? Well, think of it like this. It's a personal system where you only spend energy organizing the things that are absolutely critical for what you're working on right now. Everything else, it's allowed to just exist in a state of benign disarray. I love that term. Let's really compare these two styles. You've got your standard visible organization, right? Clean desk, everything in a labeled folder, the whole a place for everything mantra. But then you have selective organization. Here, piles are actually sorted by how important they are. You find stuff using a mental map, and the real super organized part, it's hidden away on your computer. But you might be asking, why does this even work? How is that possible? So let's take a little glimpse inside the mind and look at the psychology of what we're calling productive chaos. Okay, so here's the big secret. That messy desk is usually just a front. What it's really hiding is a perfectly structured system that's either in their head or on their computer. The actual organization isn't physical at all. It's been moved somewhere else, somewhere way more efficient and invisible. Now, this isn't just random chaos. There are actually clear principles behind it. First, you prioritize by function. Basically, whatever you use the most stays the closest. Simple. Second, you let your digital tools do the heavy lifting. Your calendars, your files, that's where everything is perfectly structured. And third, you use physical stuff for immediacy. That random book on your desk, it's not just clutter, it's a physical, in-your-face reminder that you need to deal with it. So it really all boils down to two totally different ways of thinking. The conventional organizer is all about visual order. They want it to look tidy. But the selective organizer, their goal is cognitive efficiency. They just refuse to waste precious brain power on organizing stuff that doesn't matter right now. So for one person, a mess is a problem to be solved. For the other, it's just background noise. Which brings us to a whole new way of looking at this. It's time to rethink productive chaos. And the new philosophy is super simple. Judge the output, not the desk. Look, here's the bottom line. The real goal was never to have a desk that looks like it belongs in a design magazine. The real goal is to figure out a system, no matter what it looks like on the outside, that makes you as effective as you can possibly be. All right, so let's recap the big takeaways here. Number 1. Mess is totally relative. It's personal. Number 2, your most powerful organization might be completely invisible, living on your computer or just in your head. And the most important one of all, productivity is the ultimate measuring stick, not how tidy your desk is. So I'll leave you with this one final question to think about the next time you look at your own workspace. What if the mess isn't the problem? What if it's actually part